Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Vajaini Nirvisesha Sanyavari Paschata Deshatari. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming on this chilly morning. Today's class is in the beautiful Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 3, Text 1. uvāca tataḥ āgatya puram sva-pitroś cikīrṣayā baladeva-saṁyutaḥ nipātya tuṅgād ripu-yūtha-nāthaṁ hatam vyakarṣad vyasum ojasorvyām uvāca tataḥ āgatya puram sva-pitroś cikīrṣayā baladeva-saṁyutaḥ nipātya tuṅgād ripu-yūtha-nātham hatam vyakarṣad vyasum ojasorvyām uvāca tataḥ āgatya puram sva-pitroś cikīrṣayā baladeva-saṁyutaḥ nipātya tuṅgād ripu-yūtha-nātham hatam vyakarṣad vyasum ojasorvyām Anyone else? Uddhava uvāca. Śrī Uddhava said, tataḥ, thereafter, saha, the Lord, āgatya, coming, puram, to the city of Mathurā, sva-pitroḥ, own parents, cikīrṣayā, wishing well, some well-being, baladeva-saṁyutaḥ, with Lord Baladeva, nipātya, dragging down, tuṅgāt, from the throne, ripu-yūtha-nāthaṁ, leader of the public enemies, hatam, killed, vyakarṣad, pulled, vyasum, dead, ojasā, by strength, urvyām, on the ground. Translation. Śrī Uddhava said, thereafter Lord Kṛṣṇa went to Mathurā City with Śrī Baladeva, and to please their parents, they dragged Kaṁsa, the leader of public enemies, down from his throne and killed him, pulling him along the ground with great strength. So I say, and you can repeat, Śrī Uddhava said, thereafter Lord Kṛṣṇa went to Mathurā City with Śrī Baladeva, and to please their parents, they dragged Kaṁsa, the leader of public enemies, down from his throne and killed him, pulling him along the ground with great strength. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. King Kaṁsa's death is only briefly described here because such pastimes are vividly and elaborately described in the 10th canto. The Lord proved to be a worthy son of his parents, even at the age of 16 years. Both brothers, Lord Kṛṣṇa and Lord Baladeva, went to Mathura from Vrindavan and killed their maternal uncle, who had given so much trouble to their parents, Vasudeva and Devaki. Kaṁsa was a giant, and Vasudeva and Devaki never thought that Krishna and Baladeva, would be able to kill such a great and strong enemy. When the two brothers attacked Kaṁsa on the throne, their parents feared that now Krishna would finally get the opportunity, Kaṁsa would finally get the opportunity to kill their sons, whom had hidden for so long in the house of Nanda Maharaj. The parents of the Lord, due to parental affection, felt extreme danger, and they almost fainted. Just to convince them that they had killed Kaṁsa, Krishna and Baladeva pulled Kaṁsa's dead body along the ground to encourage them. Om Agyantimarindasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Śrī Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Shtapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mayam Dadanti Swapadantikam. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Go Pesha Gopeka Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gaurange Radha Vrindavaneshwari Brisha Bhanustute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So once again, this verse. Śrī Uddhava said, therefore Lord Kṛṣṇa went to Mathurā City with Śrī Baladeva, and to please their parents, they dragged Kaṁsa, the leader of public enemies, down from his throne and killed him, pulling him along the ground with great strength. So, Srila Prabhupada points out that this is just a brief explanation, a brief description of what actually happened. So, it's to give you an idea. If you want to know all of the details, stay tuned, and in the 10th canto, you'll get all of the details. So it's like a news show. We're telling you the highlights, the headline. Stay tuned for the 10th canto, and you'll get all of the details. So, what's going on here? So Krishna has come to Mathura with his brother Baladeva. Now, keep in mind what's been going on all of Krishna's life, Baladeva's life. This has been a struggle, hasn't it? I mean, we've not only had, it would be one thing if people were trying to kill Krishna, right? That would be horrible. If you had a child and one after the other, someone was coming to try to kill your children, that would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? What if the people that were coming to kill your child were empowered demons? I mean, we're talking greater than life, like otherworldly creatures, and they're coming to kill your child. This isn't like the guy next door or some thief. This is some, we think of Trinavarta, he's attacked by the wind, a tornado comes, giant birds. I mean, this has been something very horrible. All of their lives, from the beginning. The witch was trying to kill Krishna when he was a tiny baby. So this has been going on. And so now here we are. Krishna has come to Mathura he and Baladeva. And it's very exciting, the entrance that they made to Mathura. They started killing people right away who were resistant. So you can see that the way Krishna and Balaram entered Mathura, they came to fight. They were ready for the fight. And they started immediately, didn't they? Now, there was the weaver, the guy with the clothes. Yeah, there was all these stories that built up to the moment when Krishna and Balaram stepped into the arena to fight. So this is a very incredible story. But sometimes people wonder, why did Krishna's family have to go through all of this suffering? I mean, from time to time, probably all of us would agree with this. From time to time, we feel like we're getting a lot of suffering, don't we? You ever feel like that? Did you ever feel like maybe in a private moment you say to Krishna, why me? I'm a good guy. You know, I don't remember ever being, I mean, I was naughty before I became a devotee, but I was never this bad. Why, I've had people lie about me, and I've had people cheat me, and so why? Why is it happening to Krishna's family? Like his parents, they're, after witnessing so much, so many horrific attacks by these bigger-than-life monsters, again and again. And now they're seeing the cause of all of this, cause of most of it, Kaṁsa, going toe-to-toe with Krishna. So they're not thinking, oh, Krishna's God, Kaṁsa doesn't have a chance. You're probably thinking that, aren't you? Huh? Yeah. Krishna's God, he's got this. This is going to be a slam dunk. My money is on Krishna. You know, that's what they call, what do they call? They call that the smart money. The smart money is on Krishna, you see. But his parents don't see him as the supreme personality of Godhead. He's just their wonderful Krishna. He's their little boy. Now they know that he's got some sort of mystic powers. They've witnessed this all of their life. But they forget about that. They go back to feeling that Krishna is just my sweet little boy, and I have to protect him. I want to protect him. It's not only my duty, it's my ultimate desire to protect my beautiful, wonderful son, you see. And so here, this most magnanimous, charming son, loved by all, is going to go up to this giant Kaṁsa. Krishna and Balaram are just young men. See, try to see it from the side of the parents. They're just young men, you know? So they're not really big. They're not giants. They're, I mean, sure, they've done giant things, but who knows how that happened? He's still just my beloved little boy. And he's going to go to Kaṁsa. And this is very scary. I feel very nervous about this. They practically fainted. Can you imagine? How would you feel? You know, you see Krishna's like 16, I think, at this time. He's going to go up to Kaṁsa, this giant, ruthless leader. He's a cutthroat. He's a murderer. Well, he had just said, just prior to Krishna going to kill him, he had just given the order that Krishna's parents should be killed. All of those responsible for this should be killed. Why, the bugles were playing because Krishna was killing all these wrestlers. And Kaṁsa didn't like that. He's thinking anybody responsible, anybody that's for this Krishna, they should all be killed. You see, run out of town. Krishna should be run out of town. Krishna and Balaram chased out of town. Everyone else, Nanda Maharaj, you know, anybody attached to this family, they've got to go. He's had it. You know, I've been trying to kill this boy since he was a tiny baby. And now he's coming and he's killing my wrestlers in front of, he's in my court. This is my wrestling arena. These are my peeps. And you dare to come in here and start killing my homeboys. You know, you've got to go. And everybody that's associated with you, they get the axe. So this is like the thoughts of a gangster, you know, isn't it? Very much. So he was a pretty powerful gangster. So you can imagine, with all of this shouting from Kaṁsa, he's so mad, when Krishna starts going after him, his parents are like, oh. How many times this poor mother Yashoda felt like, I can't bear this. Ah. You see? So, of course, we know the happy ending. Krishna grabs Kaṁsa, drags him out into the arena, and starts beating on him. And you're laughing at it. What kind of people are you? You're Krishna people, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, your money's on Krishna. So, see, this is the nature of a devotee. Someone who's a New Age person, they may say, oh, this sounds very violent. Well, why do you have violence in your scriptures? Have you ever had anybody say that when you're preaching? It was very, very violent. When Mathurā Das, when I gave him a Diksha initiation, I put on this picture that I gave him of Krishna killing Kaṁsa. Mathurā, you know, the Lord of, because Kaṁsa was considered the Lord and Master of Mathura. So Krishna's killing him, so he's now Mathurā. So I put that picture on there, along with his name and the pronunciation and everything. And then some of his family, they saw that and they said, oh, it's so violent. How could you have such a violent picture in such a peaceful world? Meanwhile, there's bombs going off, and there's planes being shot down, and boats being sunk, and houses broken into, people robbed. All of this is going on. So in my peaceful, mode of goodness world, you're worshiping a God who kills people. All right, don't get me started on the Bible, okay? Because sometimes God has to kill the miscreants, doesn't he? So some people would say maybe these miscreants, let's just get them some counseling. They just need a hand-holding and someone to say, you're good, you're all right. No, sometimes we need a spanking. Sometimes we need more than a spanking. Kaṁsa needed to be killed for the benefit, not of Krishna. Krishna's got nothing to worry about. But Kaṁsa wants to kill his family. When somebody's going to kill your family, I don't think it's wise to say, let's sit down and have a little chat. Maybe some herbal tea and pakoras? Some biscuits or some cookies? No, it's time to get tough. This is time to throw down. Do you know what that means, throw down? That's a street term that people say. When it's time to throw down, it's time to start throwing punches. It's time to rock and roll, as they say. So this is Krishna's attitude. Oh, my dear Kaṁsa, you've been trying to kill me. Now you're threatening my family and my friends. You've got to disappear. This is your end right here. And so he did it. I don't think he lamented the slightest bit. But I mean, Kaṁsa did get liberation, didn't he? So he really won out. He won. He didn't lose. He got liberation. Now, he didn't get to go to Goloka Vrindavan, but you know what? He would have been a little out of place there, right? But he got a very wonderful reward. So let's get back to this struggle that's going on. Many times people wonder, why is it that all through the Vedas we see those who are associated with Krishna, they have struggle, isn't it? Big struggle. And sometimes when people become devotees, they think like, oh, now I'm a devotee of Krishna. Now it's going to be easy street. What do they call? A bed of roses. So, yeah, you'll get a bed of roses, but there are thorns in this bed of roses. So the devotees sometimes have to suffer. Sometimes we have to suffer a lot. And we're not expecting it, are we? I'm thinking, why, I've been giving my bed of roses. It should be like a bed of lotus petals that I'm sleeping on, because I surrendered to Krishna. Why does Krishna do this? Is this cruelty? What do you think? Is Krishna being mean? Because he can? No, he's being kind to you. Because he's giving you an opportunity. Every time things look like they're going real smooth, and then all of a sudden they start to go south, that gives you an opportunity to say, oh, my dear Lord Krishna, I don't know what's happening. Can you please help me? I have nowhere else to go. I have no place to go. I only have you. And so Krishna says, oh, that's very sweet of you to say. It's a true statement. You really don't have anybody but me. But I'm touched that you realize that, and you're living your life by knowing that. And when the chips are down, as they say, when there's a trying time, there's big trouble, klesh, we immediately think, oh, Krishna, please help me. Now, what do we want? I remember Tamal Krishna Maharaj was giving a class one time. And he was saying we always ask Lord Nrsimhadev to protect him, to protect us. Isn't it? What is it that you want Lord Nrsimhadev to protect? Do you want Lord Nrsimhadev to protect you and keep somebody from jumping out of an alley and beating you up and stealing your Lakshmi? Huh? You want Lord Nrsimhadev to protect your family from thieves? What is it? And he said, the thing that we want Lord Nrsimhadev to protect is our devotional creeper. No matter what happens, my dear Lord, I know that whatever is your will, that is what I want for me. Just through this process, please assure me that I will not lose my devotional creeper. I will not lose my attachment to you, my service mode to you. Whatever may happen, that is your plan. You may have some plan that I may suffer some big loss. Through this loss, I just beg you that I don't forget you. Please assure me that I will remember you. We're not saying, hey, can you minimize my loss? You know, I've got 1 lakh rupees. Please don't let them take more than a few hundred. You know, leave me enough for lunch today. I was going to go for pizza. Well, we don't even think about that. Whatever is your plan, my Lord, you may leave me penniless. Has anybody here ever had the Lord leave you penniless? Hold your hand up if you have. Yeah, we've tasted that, haven't we? I've had it happen to me in a big way twice in 50 years. Having a whole lot and left with nothing. So Krishna will do that. Is that bad? No. Because when Krishna takes it away and you say, my dear Lord, I just want to remember you, he gives you something really big in return. When Krishna puts you through hard times, it's because he's got some gift. He's got a gift for you behind his back. And he wants to give you this wonderful gift. So here's a trial. And it's not such a big trial that you can't pass it. You can. So he's not going to trick you to lose your faith. He's going to test your faith. He deserves to taste your faith. Isn't it wonderful? He is the enjoyer. What's the enjoyer? The enjoyer of? Starting with you. He enjoys you. He enjoys your love. He enjoys the fact that no matter how he tries to shake your world up, that faith is made even stronger. That touches Krishna's heart. Lovers deserve to feel the faith from their beloved. This is a reciprocation. It's those who have affectionate relationships, husband and wife, they should feel this all the time. Trust. When times are bad, you take shelter of each other. You see? Trust, faith. As a matter of fact, when there are challenges, it should make the love and the trust and the faith even stronger. Shouldn't weaken it. So, Krishna is so kind that again and again, he will give us a chance to either surrender to him deeper or decide, I'm going to leave you, Krishna. I don't like the way you treat me. I feel offended. I think you're picking on me. And I've had enough. So, whenever something happens, we may think, I've been a devotee for a long time, and then there's some big challenge that happens. You may think, I didn't sign up for this. No, I thought I was going to get some reward. I thought I was going to be elevated to nothing but enjoyment. You see? Well, no, that's not what you signed up for. You signed up to surrender to your lover, Krishna. You see? You signed up for that. And he may handle you roughly in his embrace, but he's still your loving Krishna. These things will bring you closer to Krishna. So Krishna, when he's challenging you, he's wanting to bring you closer. Come, get closer. He's luring you into his embrace. This is his ultimate desire. I want you in my arms. I want us to be cheek to cheek, hugging. So he's luring you in. So that makes the trials and the tribulations and all of these crazy things that happen to us, it makes them worthwhile. It gives them definition. Because you really, in the grand scheme of things, you really don't have anything but your relationship with Krishna. You never did. You may have had some dreams. We have all kinds of dreams. But you've never really, honestly, had anything but this relationship with Krishna. And the only way we can truly, really associate in reality is when we're serving Krishna and Guru together. When I'm helping you to serve. I see that, just see, he wants to do this service. Perhaps I can help in some way. Maybe at least I can encourage. You see? And so that brings us closer together. Those are real, eternal relationships between the parts and parcels of Krishna. Anything else is just a passing of time. The relationships that come and go. Like the waves that hit the beach and then just constant waves. If you look back over your life, most of you are very young. Maybe this doesn't mean anything, but to us, to we older guys, we know that that's the way most relationships are, just waves hitting the beach and disappearing. Except for the relationships that we have with advanced devotees of Krishna. When I think of my God brothers, these relationships have been there for 50 years. And you don't have to wind them up like a clock they don't run down. If I don't see someone for years, we take off just where we left off. Still fresh. Doesn't go away. It doesn't wear down. This is what you want. This is the definition of a relationship. For an eternal living entity, this is what you want. So, at least give that kind of relationship to the people that you associate with. And don't demand that they give it to you. You just give that kind of relationship. That'll please Guru and Krishna. That'll make you very happy. So I think it's probably time that I pause for questions, criticisms, chastisements. Yes, Prabhu.
There's a really nice quote from 1.9.19 Bhagavatam, where Prabhupada, this is the passing of Bhishma Dev, and Prabhupada says the tribulations a devotee undergoes is another transcendental bhav with the Lord. So it's a loving exchange.
You know, we can feel that, can't we? Something is happening. You're going along and it looks like things are really sweet and you're so thankful to Krishna. Oh, Krishna, after all these decades, you've given me this position or that service or whatever. I'm getting such recognition, and then all of a sudden there's some disturbance. You see? So Krishna wants to surprise you. You think you're on easy street. So he wants to see and taste that immediate response of, Krishna, I surrender whatever it is that you want. You just let me know. You just let me know what you want. And typically Krishna will, when that's happening, he's about to amp up your service. Things are about to get better because you'll pass that test. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna. I wanted to share with you an interesting Prabhupada pastime that I had just heard a few days ago at the commemoration of the opening of our temple in Juhu. And Prabhupada's attempts to acquire the Hare Krishna land and build this amazing temple to make the people of India, starting in Bombay then, Krishna conscious, was being thwarted by a great demon who had a great influence in that city. And one attempt after another, Prabhupada had to struggle and fight against him with the devotees' help. And then finally, Prabhupada was in his room in, I'm not sure where, I forgot that part. Shruti Kirti was giving him a body massage when a devotee came running up to the door. Now you don't interrupt that when Prabhupada is having, health treatment for massage and so on. And Prabhupada could sense that this is something's important happening. So he told Shruti Kirti, stop the massage, go to the door and see what that devotee has to say. And the devotee told Shruti Kirti that he just got a phone call that has to be, a message so important has to be passed on to Srila Prabhupada. Came from Bali Mardana, it turned out. So Shruti Kirti told Prabhupada, okay, what's the message? The message was that this demon, Mr. Nair, had just suddenly died. So now we're witnessing, we're being, and it's in Giriraj's book, Giriraj Maharaj's book and everything. And they're all reliving this pastime of how Prabhupada reacted. And he was, Shruti Kirti was surprised. Prabhupada was jubilant. And Shruti Kirti told us that he was only a devotee for like a few years. He wasn't sure, are you supposed to be happy when someone dies? So, but Prabhupada was very jubilant. And he told Shruti Kirti, yes, I am very pleased because I prayed to Krishna to accomplish this great purpose, building this temple, acquiring this land, making India through Bombay Krishna conscious, and now Krishna has killed this demon for us. He said, Krishna has killed this demon for us. And the devotees in Bombay, Giriraj found out by walking, he was walking and he saw the newspaper headline. So everyone was so jubilant about this. So anyway, they asked Srila Prabhupada, after they heard Prabhupada's reaction, Prabhupada, you said Krishna killed him. Did he get liberation? And Prabhupada said something that you had hinted at also. He was not that great a demon, Prabhupada said. So he did not get it. Kaṁsa was interrupting the entire universal affairs of no human could become Krishna conscious as long as Kaṁsa ruled the earth. That required Krishna personally killing, and then he got liberated. He was a big demon, disrupting the whole of humanity. This was a smaller demon. So anyway, that's the Prabhupada Leela of being jubilant when a demon dies. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I mean, that's exactly the picture. You've outlined it perfectly. You've got, first of all, someone like Kaṁsa. You know, who could kill Kaṁsa? They couldn't. They were afraid. Who could kill Hiranyakashipu? He was totally in control of everybody. Who could kill Mr. Nair? Anyone with even a .22 pistol. A really strong slingshot could have taken him out. We didn't need Krishna to come and kill him. But Prabhupada was happy that Krishna did. Krishna saw, okay, this is part of Krishna's pastimes. You're giving great trouble to my pure devotee. Who is as pure a devotee as Srila Prabhupada? And this man had given so much suffering to Prabhupada for so long, so much cheating, you see. And so Krishna obviously was tasting Prabhupada's faith in him. Krishna, I have no place to go but you. Please help me with this demon.
I'm hearing the details from Giriraj Maharaj and those who were there at the time. So the family, they had a big, they don't have a funeral in the way the West does, but they had a big event on the passing, and they invited, I mean, unbelievably, they invited the devotees if they wanted to attend and say something. And the devotees asked Prabhupada, should we attend? Prabhupada said, no. That was it. They were invited to commemorate the death of a demon. Prabhupada said, no, don't even.
But see, this is, I've noticed this all of my life. You can have someone who dies who's obviously demoniac. You know, somebody who's just really, they should have been killed a long time ago. And people are saying, he's gone to a better place. And you're thinking, he's gone to hell. No, but they say that. So if the devotees had gone to the funeral, they would have been expected to say, he was a good man. He lived a good life, made a mistake or two here and there, but he's gone on to a better place. Would you have gone and said that? You know, you would have had to say, yes, let him burn in hell again and again. You see, so it was appropriate that we didn't go. It was appropriate that we don't go.
The death of someone.
Right, right. Yeah. It's kind of interesting how we feel about things like this, you see. We're not violent people. We're just not violent people. And yet, the death of Mr. Nair, that's ecstatic. This is, when you talk about this, we're all thinking, yes, this is good. Yes. What a nice remember. When you know, the killing of Kaṁsa. Yes, yeah, this is great. You could just see Krishna dragging him off the throne, dragging him down the seats in the arena, ba-boom, 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 getting him out in the midst of the arena, and then he's like, pow, pow, pow. You see, we're not violent people. We hate this kind of stuff. But there really is a place for it, isn't it? For the miscreants. Krishna says, I come to kill the miscreants. So sometimes people say, well, you're, you know, this is the pastime of Lord Nrsimhadev. They say, oh, that's violent. No, it's not. It's not violent when so many souls are saved. Yeah, the whole universe. Yes.
Thank you for a really wonderful lecture. I'm very grateful for this. On this point of killing, and punishment. In today's world, we have this trend of mollycoddling and pampering criminals, murderers, thieves, etc., in the name of compassion. Oh, he has committed so many crimes, but we shouldn't be, mean to him and award capital punishment or, give him his due. Let's be compassionate toward those who abuse others, torture others, murder others, and so on. Now, this tendency in the world, I believe, has also infiltrated ISKCON, where we have this misplaced compassion for torturers, abusers, criminals, and we allow the innocent to be abused, tortured, and harassed. So can you just comment on this?
Comment on what did you say there at the end?
On this tendency that we have to mollycoddle criminals.
Because I think people want to show that I'm good. I'm good. So I may not be good or bad, but I'm a servant of Guru and Krishna. So if someone needs to be punished, I'm fully for that. Even if someone may say that, well, you're a bad person because you did that. But I did it in service of Guru and Krishna, and you're entitled to your opinion. But it seemed to be good for the situation. Guru and Krishna were pleased. So, but people have a tendency when they see something that's violent, they want to identify with being non-violent. Well, I'm not like that. I disapprove of that. So they want to, it's an opportunity for them to demonstrate to you and the rest of the world that I'm a good person. I would never do anything like that.
But that's dereliction of duty.
Of
Maharaj
course
Parikshit
it
immediately.
is. But they're not thinking about duty. They're thinking, they're employing self-interest.
So that's the poison. Prabhupada said, self-motivation is the poison.
That is the poison. I want my image to be good. So therefore, I'm basing my opinion on how my image will appear to everyone.
So what is the solution?
I remember in, it's like 1980, I was the president of the Dallas Temple. And we were trying to figure out what to do with the Houston Temple. So Tamal Krishna Maharaj and I and some of the leaders of the zone, we were in Houston trying to make some decisions on what to do. And so right in the middle of our meeting, we're up on the 3rd floor, we hear crash. Tamal Krishna looked at me and he said, "What was that?" So by that time I was at the window looking down. There was some crazed hippie, big hair, big beard, and he's throwing bricks through the window of the temple, big window. And so I ran out the door, and as I'm going down the steps, I grabbed a broom. And I didn't know it, but there were a bunch of devotees behind me. So we're going down and so I came out there, and there's this crazed hippie, and he's squared off. He's ready to fight. And so I walked up, and I took the broom, and I hit him right across the head. And his eyes crossed, and he went down. I could tell he was finished. From the 3rd floor window, I hear Tamal Krishna Maharaj say, "Hit him again!" And I looked up and I said, "He's finished. I would hit him again. I would bang his head against the concrete." I said, "But he's finished." By that time the guy went, So I'm sure I received some criticism from some of the people in the community because it was a very violent thing to do. I didn't give the guy a chance to explain. I didn't ask him, is this because your mother mistreated you when you were a child? You know, maybe you weren't breastfed, you know. Did you just get fired? Is there something you need to talk about? No. Yeah, it was one of those big brooms, you know, like that you sweep like a big floor with. And I turned the head sideways to this big piece of wood and hit him like that, you know. I could have killed him, but I think part of me really wanted to. But anyway, it worked out. So I'm not a violent person, but I can be. There are different times when people have broken into the temple. The Dallas temple's in kind of used to be in kind of a bad neighborhood, and from time to time I had to go toe-to-toe with some of these drunks and people on drugs that were trying to break into the temple to, you know. But I say I'm not a violent person, but I have an underlying violence when it comes to protecting the temple and the devotees.
Well, Krishna told Arjuna to become violent. So
Arjuna's not a violent person.
Right.
But
so the point
he can be violent to serve Guru and Krishna.
So the point I'm trying to make is this: why aren't we taking action when necessary?
Why aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're being affected by the material energy.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. If there's nothing else, we can wrap it up. Thank you all. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.